Sorry. Today we are going to discuss very important topic, that is agriculture from class 10th geography. In last class already we discussed the important topics. What are those in agriculture? See, agriculture already we discussed. What are those? See, first there are nearly 6 subtopics already we discussed before that. Introduction, and then types of farming, already we discussed, and again cropping seasons, already we discussed. Cropping seasons and are patterns. Cropping seasons are patterns, already we discussed. And coming to fourth one, major crops which are producing in India, already we discussed. 15 crops, already we discussed in last section. Coming to fifth one, that is about land reforms. That is about reforms. In this reforms, it is the last topic. It is very important topic also. In this reforms, we need to discuss about 3 important subtopics. What are those? First, agriculture, development of agriculture in India. First subtopic, and then problems of agriculture. Okay, and finally reforms. In these reforms, there are 2 types. What are those? Technological reforms, and second one is institutional reforms. Is it clear? Okay. Today, now we are going to discuss about reforms. In these reforms, already we discussed agriculture development, and then problems, and then solution. Solution means temporary or permanent solution. That is about reforms. We'll discuss here. See, agriculture development. See, first one, agriculture development. Agriculture development in India. It is very important. We are studying about agriculture. It is better to know about the history of the agriculture also. What happened in India? It is a age-old practice. Since you have been practicing from old civilizations, Mesopotamia civilization, and also in India, coming to India, Harappa Mohenjo-daro civilization also, we have been cultivating practicing agriculture. So, see, after bifurcation of India and Pakistan in 1947, what happened? Nearly 1/3 1/3 of the 1/3 of the total agricultural land went to Pakistan. Pakistan. See here. See Pakistan. See, this is Pakistan area, and also West Pakistan area. Sorry, East Pakistan area. East Pakistan or Bangladesh. Here, West Pakistan or Pakistan. See here, these areas are having fertile soils, deltas, and also Indus River it has, and also it has Brahmaputra River, and also it has Sundarban Delta. Irrigated land as well as fertile land went to Pakistan. So what happened at that time? To satisfy the hunger of the Indian population, we need to cultivate the crops. But the problem is this: the agriculture or fertile land or irrigated land went to Pakistan. So problem is that, so initially government has taken 3 steps, the very interesting steps we have to know. But first thing is the entire cropland. It means, we have been cultivating so many commercial crops at that time. At that time also, British has introduced, introduced so many commercial crops. What is that? They introduced coffee, tea, plantation, as well as, indigo cultivation also they introduced. So what happened? Immediately in India, all commercial cropping land converted into food crops growing lands. Why? Because we need to satisfy the hunger of the population of India, cropping land. And one more thing, the intensity of cultivation also increased. Why? Because intensely we are cultivating only once in a year. Actually, to satisfy the hunger, to satisfy the needs of the people, we are cultivating twice and thrice in a year. Already we discussed. See, in Assam area as well as West Bengal area, and also in Odisha area, Assam, West Bengal, Odisha area. In this area, rice is cultivating thrice in a year. Already we have different names: As, Aman, and Boro. See, example I am telling you. Intensely we are cultivating 3 times a year. So to improve the yield, to improve the food crops. And also we brought cultivable wasteland and also fallow lands for flood or flow. So it means we increased the cropping land also. Net zone area also we increased, and also intensifying the crop production also, or cultivation also increased, and we converted commercial crop cultivation lands into food cultivating crops. Is it clear? Okay, coming to third point, initially it satisfies the needs of the people, but later on, it is not satisfying the hungers, or it's not satisfying the needs of the people. So what happened here in 1960, nearly 1960 to 65, in this range, we need to face famine, great famine, 2 times famine or droughts. So what happened? We need to import food crops from the other countries. That is the problem we have faced. Coming to third point, what happened? We did some changes by making some laws. What is that? Indian Agriculture District Program, and also we launched one more program, that is Indian Agriculture Area Development Program. So what happened here? We focused on the district as a unit to develop the agriculture, and here we have taken as a area as a unit. It is smaller than district to develop the agriculture land. Again, there is no progress. What happened? It's very interesting topic. That is fifth one. Green Revolution, Yellow Revolution. In at the time 1969, 68, at that time we have faced some famines. Already we discussed droughts. What happened? There is some varieties are there, rice varieties, right? Rice varieties. It is very famous rice variety. That is from Philippine variety, and also one variety from wheat, that is from Mexico variety. These are good varieties. They are giving good yield also, and also the production or yielding time also very less comparing with the regional seeds. If you want to cultivate, if you want to produce crops from these original or Indian breeds, what happens? Indian seeds, it takes nearly 6 months. But if you use this Mexican variety of wheat and Philippine variety of rice, it gives only production within 3 months. So it is very easy to cultivate. It is very easy to get yield very easily. So, and also it is also introduced in India. It is introduced in India. What is that? Wheat as well as rice varieties, high yielding varieties, and also with the help of irrigation and using fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides. We used packaged technology. It is called packaged technology. It is packaged. Not only using HYV varieties, we have to provide irrigation, and as well as we have to use fertilizers and pesticides and herbicides. So what happened? The production drastically changed. It means the production is improved very well. Again, the drawback is that the drawback is the irrigated. It is very successful in the irrigated area only. Why? Because it needs a lot of irrigation. Otherwise, it doesn't survive. See here, the irrigated areas. What is the Punjab, Haryana, and West Bengal area, and also in Andhra Pradesh. Some areas where already we discussed, where we have rivers as well as dams, where is irrigated area. There, these people are getting much benefit, but it is also leads to again regional disparities. See, regional imbalance. These are developed very well, but what about the dry lands or rain-fed areas? They are hinder in development of agriculture. So again, in Indian Planning Committee also focusing on the regional development, in agriculture in 1980 and 1990 at this time. Okay, is it clear? 1980 and 1990 this time. Comprehensive agriculture development also happened. This is about the agriculture development in India. And also, so they focused on one more important point, that is diversification of crops, diversification of agriculture. Diversification of agriculture means they focused on the other allied agriculture activities. What are those? See, horticulture, 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 aquaculture, horticulture, aquaculture, and poultry, and dairy, and animal rearing. These all also comes under the agriculture allied activities. See, not only cultivating crops and other allied activities, aquaculture, we can cultivate shrimp, and also we can cultivate fish and other crabs, and also we can cultivate it in aquaculture. Coming to second one, horticulture, we can produce so many fruits and vegetables, and also veterinary services. Veterinary means, animal husbandry, like dairy farming, collecting milk and producing different types of milk and milk-based products. We can also do like that. And also one more thing, poultry farming. Poultry farming also very important. In the poultry farming, we can develop chicks for meat purpose as well as layers, egg laying purpose also. Okay, again in India we focused on these type of allied activities also. So now our India become a self-sufficient in producing food crops as well as other needs. Is it clear? Okay. It is about agriculture development. It is about agriculture development in industry. But through this development, we have achieved two good things as well as two bad things. What are those? First good thing. It means first good thing, development. First good thing is agriculture development. First good thing, production or yield is increased. See, rice production is increased, wheat production is increased, and oil seeds production is increased, and also cotton production also increased. And coming to second point, through the irrigation, through providing irrigation, what happened? Providing HYV seeds and irrigation, and also pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers, packaged technology. What happened? The cropping area is increased, or net sown area is increased. Nothing. See, for providing water, they used to provide water. So what happened? The cultivated land is increased. That's it. See, coming to third point, it is about good things. Bad point is, for using packaged technology, we need to use lot of irrigation. So what happened? Lot of irrigation. The soil is degraded. And also one more thing, we need to use lot of fertilizers and also pesticides. So what happened? The usage of fertilizers is increased 15 times comparing with 1960s. And also usage of pesticides, chemical pesticides also increased very well. Due to what happened, the soil fertility also decreases if you use these pesticides. These are the good things. This is the bad thing of Indian agriculture development. Coming to second part, it is over. Coming to second one, problems of the agriculture, Indian agriculture. What are the problems? It is very important. It is linked with other reforms. Then only we can understand reforms. Otherwise, it is very difficult to understand. In India, problems of the agriculture. Problems of the agriculture. See, India we have been facing, already we discussed, 8 problems are there, major problems. First one is erratic monsoon. Erratic monsoon. Second, low productivity. Low productivity. And third one, lack of commercialization. Lack of commercialization. Lack of commercialization. And fourth one, huge underemployment. Underemployment. Fifth one, land degradation. Land degradation. Sixth one, land reforms. And seventh one, land fragmentation. Land fragmentation. Low productivity, lack of commercialization. Land degradation. See, financial problems. Seventh, eighth, financial problems. Financial problems. So one by one we need to discuss here. See, erratic monsoon. See, erratic monsoon. Erratic monsoon. It means irregular monsoon. See, in India already we discussed. India, South Central Asia and Southeast Asia, these lands are depend on the monsoon climate. So what happened? See, it is irregular in nature. It doesn't come regularly. That is one of the problem. If it comes irregularly, what will happen? See, for agriculture purpose, we need irrigation. And also, nearly, we are providing water for the irrigation. India will only 33% is containing or having irrigation. Remaining 77% is depending upon the rainfall. So, the 77% of land is not cultivable. Why? Because there is no regular monsoon. One problem. Second, see, if there is no rain, we know very well, southern India, these rivers are not perennial, these are seasonal. If there is a rain, for example, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Penna, and Periyar, Narmada, Tapi, these are the seasonal rivers. If they have rain, they can provide irrigation. Otherwise, it is not possible. And also, this Indus River and also Brahmaputra rivers and Ganga River also, if they have rain, they flow very, very, very much. The regime means water flow of the rivers increases. Otherwise, the sources, these perennial rivers are glaciers. But if they get rain, the flow of the water also increases. So it is also one of the problem if there is no regular rain. Coming to third point, sometimes due to the El Nino effect or La Nino effect, the rainfall increases very well, drastically. So what happens in rainy season? Floods occurs in southern India, and also sometimes floods also occurs in dry regions of India. What is the dry region here? Rajasthan, like little bit Gujarat and western Madhya Pradesh. In this area we can see floods also sometimes. If there is floods happens, what will happen? Soil erosion occurs. If the soil erosion occurs, the fertility also loses. These are the drawbacks of erratic monsoon. Is it clear? So we are still in India is depending upon the erratic monsoon. Irregular monsoons we are depending on. That is the problem. So it is one of the problems. So coming to next problem, low productivity. Low productivity. Low productivity. See, second point. Low productivity means in rice, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, we discuss. But comparing with other countries, Russia, USA, Japan, our production is very low. What is the reason for that? The intensity and also competition from the other sectors is very important here. See, our India is a developed country, so there are three sectors. What are the primary, secondary and tertiary sectors? See, this land we are using this land initially after 1947 to 60, 70, 80, 90 also, 1990 we used this land for the primary sector only. But after that 1990 we get into secondary sector, and also now we are in this stage of tertiary sector. We are using this land for the, secondary sector comes under industries. We are converting this land into some cultivated land into industrial purpose, establishing industries. For example, if you want an industry for steel plant, if you want to establish any steel plant, it needs nearly, I am giving you an example, it needs nearly thousands of acres. Where from we are collecting this land? From primary sector only. So now primary sector has huge pressure. It means the land has huge pressure, and also nowadays we are using this land for the tertiary sector purpose also. It means services sector purpose also. We are establishing so many industries, service oriented industries also we are establishing. So transport sector, roadways, railways construction, airports construction, we are using this land. So land parcel, the cultivated land is decreasing, the fertile land is increasing. So from Andhra Pradesh, for construction of capital city, we are using thousands of acres of land. We are doing land pooling. The entire land belongs to the very fertile soil. It has also irrigation. So what we are doing, we are converting this land for the tertiary purpose, for providing services purpose. So the land The agriculture, cultivated land is decreasing. The pressure is also increasing. That is one of the reason. Second reason is the productivity of the Indian agricultural labor is very low because we are not skilled. We are sometimes we are semi-skilled. That's it. These are the reason for the low productivity in India. It is also one of the big problem. If there is a low productivity, and also for the low productivity, one more reason. We are cultivating rice, wheat, and oil seeds and cotton in rain-fed areas. In rain-fed areas like Rajasthan, Gujarat, some parts of Gujarat and some parts of Madhya Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir area, and Deccan Plateau area, we are cultivating these cereals and pulses under rain-fed only. So in this rain-fed area, the irrigation is very less. There is no irrigation. They depend on the only rain. So the yield also very less. Okay, coming to lack of commercialization. Commercialization means, already we discussed. In India, what we are doing, we are following intensive subsistence farming only. Intensive means self-consumption purpose only we are producing. Why? Because we don't have much big lands. Commercial, already we discussed. Commercial means if you want to grow commercial crops, we need huge patch of land, thousands acres of land we need. We need large, huge amount of capital. We need skilled labor. But we don't have in India these kind of activities. So we are cultivating crops for the self-consumption only. We are producing only food crops, cereals, pulses for self-consumption. There is no huge land. There is no huge extra land to cultivate it. It is the main problem. That's what we are not developed very well. But the commercialization has happened in some areas, where irrigated areas, Punjab, Haryana, some parts of Andhra Pradesh. These are irrigated lands comes under what is that commercial land farming. They are cultivating 3 times in a year also. Coming to underemployment, in India, underemployment, village people, in villages we use primary activity. People used to participate in primary activity. See, these people are having only sowing season and also harvesting season, and meanwhile for spraying pesticides, herbicides and fertilizers. In this time only they are having work. Remaining months they don't have any work. In 365 only they have only 6 months work, only 6 months. But in 6 months also they don't have any regular work. In this sowing season, harvesting season, they have high demand for the labor. But this season they don't have any demand. And also one more thing, in our area also, so what their mechanization, they are using machines for spraying fertilizers and herbicides and pesticides, and sowing purpose we are using some machinery we are using, and harvesting season we are using harvesters. So there is no need of manual labor. This is one of the reason. And also one more, disgusted unemployment. Yes, disgusted employment. See, it means, for cutting any crop or harvesting, for sowing paddy for 1 acre, we need 10 people. But here in villages they are participating 20 people. 20 people means actually this work is sufficient for the 10 people, but the extra 10 people are working for sowing paddy. So this kind of employment comes under disgusted employment. So it is not giving productivity. So it is burden to the society. So there is a huge underemployment in villages, that is in agriculture. It is also very big problem for the village people. Why? Because if you have money, then only our purchasing capacity will increases. For the purchasing capacity increases, we need to work. There is a ample unemployment. Already, what is the unemployment means? You are capable to do work. You can do that work, but you are not getting that job. There is no job, so it may comes under the unemployment. So these people also can do sowing. They know sowing, they know harvesting, they know spraying, spraying pesticide, herbicides. But thing is that they are willing to do work, but they are not getting work. That's what we are considering as a huge underemployment in agriculture sector. So it is also one of the problem. Coming to second one, it is regarding financial. See, financial problems. What is the financial problems? It is very important. Nowadays we are using, what is that? Package technology. Package technology means, using HYVCs. Already we discussed HYVCs, fertilizers and herbicides and pesticides and irrigation. So these purpose we need machines or machineries, and we need to maintain some labor also. So what is that? So we need capital. So for capital purpose, without capital we can't use package technology. So but in India, already we discussed, medium to small farmers, medium and small farmers or peasants are there. So they don't afford this package technology, so they don't have money also. But landlords can afford it. But coming to third point, what happened? They are taking money from money lenders. What happens if the yield is very high? They can pay their debts. Otherwise they don't pay, and again they need to take money from the money lenders to cultivate one more year. What happened finally? They are getting into so many financial troubles. What happened in India? So many farmers are committing suicides. Why? Because of financial problem. So what is the reason for this problem? Seasons. Already we discussed erratic monsoon. Sometimes disease may occur. Sometimes what are those natural hazards like cyclones, like earthquakes and floods may come and they destroy the crop. What will happen? Again they need to pay the debts with high interest rate. So it is not possible to pay the money. So they has to sell their land or they has to commit suicide. So see, so many farmers are committing suicide because of these financial issues. Okay, it is also a major problem in agriculture. Coming to sixth point, that is about land reforms. We don't have any good reforms after 1947 or before 1947. We have been following Mahalwari, Raitwari and Jamindari. It is the Jamindari system is the very, very crucial for the peasants or small farmers. So because already we discussed in Jamindari system they have to pay taxes, land taxes for cultivation. Already we know so many problems. So if they don't get much yield, what will happen? They have to pay tax. Otherwise they seize the land, they will occupy the land and they utilize the land. But what will happen? Final result, peasants, small land owners become landless laborers. They used to work in other farms. That is the reason. It is very dangerous. So what happened? After getting independence also, we don't have any land reforms. Why? Because landlords, they are managing the politics and politicians. So and also these people, landlords also becoming politicians. So they don't need to do land reforms. That is one of the major drawbacks. What land reforms means? Why we need nearly 20 to 10% people are having 80% of lands in India. That is the problem. 80% of people are having only 10% to 20% of land. But these 80% people can cultivate. But these people don't cultivate. These people in the sense, see, in India we need to discuss, if we were discussing about anything India, we need to discuss one more thing, that is about caste system in India. See, Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, SCs and STs. See, these people are having nearly 90% of land. These people are having nearly only 10% of land. See the population, the figure. But the population, coming to population percentage, it is reverse. The population, entire population percentage, only 10% of Brahmin, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas in India. But coming to Shudras and Atishudras, these people population is nearly 80%. See, the opposite is there. So what they are doing, the 20% to 10% people, they are going to other countries and they are settling in other countries. What they are doing? They are doing businesses, but the entire land is for they are not cultivating. The entire land is empty or fallow land. So it is also one of the difference. If they provide land for the landless fellows or small farmers, what they do, they also cultivate, they also participate in the production. But not like that. We don't have seen any kind of land reforms in India. You know what happened? There is one story regarding this. There is a story. What is that? See. Bhudan or Gramdan. It is a story. You know what happened? You know Vinoba Bhave. He is the follower of the Gandhiji philosophy. He is also participated in so many satyagrahas. What happened? And also he is the believer of the Grama Swaraj. There is a one drawback story also we need to discuss. Gram Swaraj means in Gram Swaraj means village. Village means it is very well established caste system in villages. You know, wherever you go in villages, they follow Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras and untouchables are SCs or STs. So these people 1, 2, 3. These people are having high social standards in India. But these people, Shudras and Atishudras, these people don't have high social standards. They are having low social standards. So Gandhiji believes in Hinduism, particularly caste system. He likes caste system. Why? Because he belongs to the Vaishya community. So that's what he want to enjoy the caste system. That's what he likes Gram Swaraj. It means why? Because the entire land, in village also, the entire 90% land belongs to these communities only. But these communities, Shudras and Atishudras, STs don't have any land. 10% land they have. So they are also very less fertile size or some desert lands or fallow lands. So what happened? So again, these people have been enjoying the caste credibility. So that's what he likes it. That's what he promoted the Grama Swaraj. See, it is happening. That's what he is enjoying. So he is also follower. Who is that? Vinoba Bhave is also one of the follower of Gandhi, and also he participated in satyagrahas, and also he want to distribute. He want to spread the Grama Swaraj, regarding Grama Swaraj and Grama Swaraj. So what happened? He did Padayatra. Padayatra means he started walking throughout India to spread the regarding Grama Swaraj. You know, in India, one incident happened. What is that? See, here Andhra Pradesh, there is a Krishna district. It is old Krishna. Now it is comes under NTR district. So here in NTR district, there is a Pochampalli. In this Pochampalli, Vinoba started giving speech regarding Grama Swaraj and all these things. In in a meeting. Suddenly some landless farmer raises a demand. We don't have any land to cultivate, so we need some land to cultivate. Poor farmers, they raised their hand and they demanded for the land. But what he did, Baba way, he does not give any assurance. I give you, I provide you. He doesn't give any assurance. He told them, to that landless farmers, I will talk to with the central government. I will try to provide some land. Suddenly, triple R, triple R, but here is double R, Raja Rama, not Ramachandra Reddy. Sri Ramachandra Reddy suddenly stood and he offered his 80 acres of land to the 80 landless people. This act is called as a Bhudan. So Baba get inspiration from the Ramachandra Reddy, and also he spread this news to the entire India through Padayatra. So what happened? Same thing happened. Baba collected land from the landlords and he started providing land for the landless laborers. Is it clear? So it is called Gramdan. It is Bhudan, Gramdan. So land is distributed without any bloodshed. That's what we are calling this movement as a bloodless revolution. And some landlords also sacrificed their land because of Land Sealing Act is there. Land Sealing Act. This was proposed by the Indira Gandhi. So they sealed some amount of land. Particular person should have this much of land only. Otherwise, government will seize that land, extra land. That is Land Sealing Act. That's what these people feared regarding Land Sealing Act. That's what they donated some amount of land to the landless, poor farmers. Okay, coming to fragmentation or small patch of land. Already we discussed. India, day by day, the Indian population is increasing. What is the population of India? 144 crores. In India, we have only 3.28 million square kilometers of land we have. If we divide this into 144 crores, what will happen? It gets only 80 crores of land. Acres, 80 crore acres of land we will get. What is the population? 144 population. See, we don't get even 1 acre. We get, every person get less than 1 acre. Is it clear? So the thing is that day by day, the population is increasing. So by the inheritance, X is having 10 acres of land, but he has 5 sons. So again, this land is divides into 5 acres. Is it clear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again these 5 sons having 5 sons. Then again this land is divided into 5 parts again. So likewise the land is getting smaller and smaller. It is shrinking because of Inheritance Act. The population is, day by day, the population is increasing. The demand for the land is also increasing. But what is the problem here? So we cannot cultivate this land. Packet technology, we can't use package technology, we can't use machinery, and so we can't cultivate commercial crops. One more thing, and these are the problems. And one more thing, that is land degradation. Land degradation. It is also one of the big problems. Land degradation. There are 3 types. See, land degradation. How land degradation happening? Through, already we discussed, through packet technology. What we are doing, we are providing irrigation, and also we are using pesticides, artificial pesticides and herbicides, and also we are not cultivating pulses, and also some arid and semi-arid area and humid area and also irrigated areas also we are facing erosion by water, by wind. See, we will discuss one by one. By irrigation, if you provide lot of irrigation, what will happen? The land become alkaline, and then it becomes saline, and then water logging. These are the problem. Alkaline means the pH level decreases. If the pH level decreases, it is not suitable for the cultivation. And also saline, the lands become saline in nature. Saline means they become salty. Salty soils are not suitable for the cultivation. And also waterlogging, the water is storing somewhere else. Water is storing. So if there is lot of water, we don't cultivate. These are the problems by irrigation. And coming to pesticide and herbicides, what is happening? We are using lot of pesticides and herbicide. Already we discussed about the soil profile. Soil profile, there is uppermost soil. Already we are cultivating crops in the uppermost soil. What is happening? We are using pesticide once, twice, and thrice a year. What is happening? Through the water, it is also getting inside the soil profile. So if they getting into the soil profile, what will happen? The soil will lose its fertility, natural fertility. So if there is no natural fertility, the entire soil is not suitable for the cultivation. Coming to pulses, pulses already we discussed. While discussing about the important crops, these crops are having root nodules in their roots. These root nodules contain some bacteria. These bacteria are converting natural nitrogen into ammonia. So this ammonia is useful for the plant growth. It is called natural fixation of nitrogen. So what if there is no nitrogen fixation naturally, we are not cultivating pulses. So what happened? The soil fertility will decreases automatically, and also we are not giving gap between the crop. We are cultivating without giving any gap. If we give gap naturally, the soil gets fertility, but we are not giving some fallowness means we are not giving any gap between the crop and crop. Okay, it is also one of the major drawback. Coming to second one, arid and semi-arid, and in these areas, wind means horizontal flow of the air. Horizontal. Wind has two different types of movement. First one is vertical movement. Vertical movement means vertical movement of the air. It is called current. Second is horizontal movement of the wind is called wind. So this wind is also causing for the erosion of the fertile soil. And water also causes for the soil fertility. If you see heavy rains and floods, they are also causes for the sheet erosion. The entire fertile soil goes along with the flowing water. It is also bad things for the land degradation. These are the problems of the agriculture. So based on these agriculture problems, we can discuss about the reforms. Reforms means they give relief for the problems of the agriculture. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about reforms. There are two types of reforms. First one is technical reforms. Second one is institutional reforms. Coming to technical reforms. See, there is a erratic monsoon. Erratic monsoon means already we discussed. If sometimes they may causes for the floods also. And these floods are destroying the crops. So what we are doing? See here. What we are doing? We are providing crop insurance. Insurance for the crop. By if there anything happened, if there any damage to the crop by floods or droughts or natural calamities like cyclone and tsunamis, we are providing crop insurance. Is it clear? And one more thing, low productivity. For this low productivity, what we are doing? We are giving subsidies for buying fertilizers and manure for the farmers. So see, in AP we can see what is that. Oh, Raitu Bharosa centers. Raitu Bharosa centers. What they do? They are providing artificial fertilizers and also they are providing best quality seeds. Best quality seeds. See, for getting more productivity, we need best quality seeds also. Government is providing best quality seeds, and also it is providing best quality pesticides, herbicides. So we are giving subsidy also. Subsidy means government, actually the cost of this fertilizer is 100 rupees, but it is providing 50% discount for the farmers. So it is very useful for the farmers. Coming to commercialization, we are not commercialized the crops. For this problem, what government has taken? So it is minimum support price, MSP. Minimum support price is provided by the government for a particular crop. For wheat, some particular minimum supporting price is. For rice purpose, there is a minimum supporting price. For pulses also some minimum supporting price is there. Minimum supporting price means, for production, how much cost is there. Production, and also production means in agriculture it comes under production means in sowing season for investment is there. For based on that investment, the average based on the investment, they provide some minimum support price for the particular crop. It is also one of the remedy for the agriculture. Coming to underemployment, there is a lot of people suffering from the underemployment. So what government is doing? Government is providing employment for these rural people. What kind of? See, poultry, encouraging poultry industry, animal rearing. It is in some governments are providing some animals like best breeds, cow breeds and buffalo breeds and also sheep breeds to the rural unemployed youth, and also they are providing training in what is that? Horticulture means, what is horticulture? Developing and cultivating vegetables and fruits. So they will get a lot of employment through this, and also in their leisure time they do some work and they will get also some income. 365 days they can get income through the poultry, animal rearing and also horticulture, and also if they get training in different forms, they also can earn the income. Okay, coming to land reforms. Okay, land reforms. In land reforms, what they did? They abolished the Jamindari. Government is abolished the Jamindari system, and also it has taken Land Sealing Act. So these are taken by the government only, but these are not important things. Coming to land fragmentation, but here we need cooperative farming. Cooperative means the group of people come together and pool their investment as well, pool their lands, and they do agriculture based on the cooperation. In this cooperative farming, agriculture farmers, small landlords or peasants, and also there are some merchants also there. What they do? They give lot of construction for the fertilizers and all these things, and also they make good profits in the market also, because in their cooperation there are farmers as well as small peasants, landlords, money lenders, and also merchants also there. So they will get both, all the people will get in this cooperative farming. And also one more thing, consolidation of lands. Consolidation means collecting lands and farming together. Consolidation is also need. Why? Because nowadays we are going for the package technology. So for package technology we need huge amount of land, huge patch of land, thousands of acres. So but our land is very small patch. So we need to collect the land. It is also one of the consolidation. These are the important land reforms in India. Coming to financial support. Financial supports. For giving financial support for the farmer, they establish banks and Grameen banks and also cooperative societies. These are all for providing loans for the farmers with low interest, and also they are providing KCC, Kisan credit cards, and also they are providing weather forecasting, and also they are providing some channels for the development of the agriculture, like Kisan channel. The channels are there. They are always focusing on the how to develop the crops, how to get the profits. So these are the institutional reforms. Coming to technical reforms. Technical reforms in India. Technical reforms means they are technologically very important. See, arranging horticulture department for fruits and vegetables. And second thing, Indian Council for Agriculture Research. There is an Agriculture Research Institute. It is always focusing on the research to develop the new type of breeds, new type of varieties, and also veterinary services for the animals and all these things. And fourth one, research and development in weather forecasting and meteorology. If we provide weather forecasting for the people, about the cyclones and tsunamis and floods, if you give forecast, farmers will get some remedies, and they try to reduce the loss. And fifth one, agriculture universities. Sixth one, animal breeding centers. Is it clear? These are the technical reforms. So these reforms are very helpful for the development of the Indian agriculture. So in this class, I am summarizing. In this class we discussed about the origin and the history of the Indian agriculture. Second, problems of the Indian agriculture and reforms to give remedies for the problems of agriculture. There are two types of reforms already we discussed: institutional reforms, and also second thing is technical reforms. These are helpful for the development of the agriculture in India. Thank you.